Hello, everyone, and welcome in to the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network, where we have American Legion baseball here for you tonight. It'll be the Marshfield Blue Devils taking on the Wisconsin Rapids Rangers. My name is Cale Jacoby, alongside Steve Maves, doing the production tonight as we come to you live from Witter Field here in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, as the Marshfield Blue Devils come in at 10-9 overall, taking on the Wisconsin Rapids Rangers at 9-1 overall here this season. The Rangers coming off a win against Stevens Point here yesterday. They won 4-0 in the Wisconsin Rapids Invitational here that took place this past weekend. And the Blue Devils coming off a win as well. They won 14-0 against Anago last night. And Wisconsin Rapids. And before we get to that, I'll take a quick break from the mic. We'll have the national anthem right now.
Have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, switch to US Cellular and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G, plus no activation fees. So you can stream, capture, and post without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
Northside Computers is Marshfield's US Cellular store. Visit us on South Central Avenue in Marshfield for the latest Samsung, Apple, personal cellular devices, tablets, and more.
Get a jump start on college or speed up your degree with a transferable class from Mid-State Technical College this summer. There are 130 classes to choose from, online or in person, taught by instructors who are experts in their field. Get info on the Mid-State Technical College summer classes at mstc.edu.
Keep moving ahead with the summer tire event at Sherrill Tire and Service Center through July 2nd. Up to $150 in rebates on Goodyear tires with a Goodyear credit card subject to credit approval. The summer tire event at Sherrill Tire. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Welcome back, everybody, as it will be the Marshfield Blue Devils up to bat first here in tonight's matchup. It's the Blue Devils in their white uniforms with the navy blue stripe across the chest and the sleeves, and navy blue numbers for Marshfield as well. And for the Wisconsin Rapids Rangers, they're in their royal blue uniforms with the red sleeves and the red numbers. As on the mound to start off for the Rangers, it will be Carson Gunderson getting the start on the mound for Wisconsin Rapids. And we'll run through the Marshfield Blue Devils starting lineup here, as leading off for the Blue Devils is Peter Earl, catching tonight. At the 2 spot, it's Parker Week, playing second base tonight for Marshfield. And at the 3 spot, it's Logan Homolka at first base. And at the 4 spot, it's Chandler Schmidt playing third base. At the 5 spot, Camden Dahl at shortstop. And at the 6 spot, it's Dane Diedelm starting at pitcher tonight for Marshfield. And at the 7 spot, it's Nick Urban out in center field tonight. And the 8 spot, it's Chase Higgins over in right field. And at the 9 spot, it's Riley Bauman playing in left field tonight for the Marshfield Blue Devils. And Marshfield is coached by Josh Metz. And Wisconsin Rapids coached by Court Helber. Again, as we mentioned on the mound for Wisconsin Rapids is Carson Gunderson. And leading off for Marshfield is Peter Earl. And Peter Earl catching tonight for Marshfield, wearing the number 13, is Earl, the right-handed batter. As the sun sets here on Witter Field here in Wisconsin Rapids, and pitch one is on the way, and bunt shown but pulled back, as that's ball one to Earl. So it's the 1-0 count to Peter Earl, and pitch two on the way. That one low and inside for ball two. So the 2-0 count now to Earl. Again, it's Gunderson on the mound. He sets, winds, and throws. That one inside once again. That's quickly 3-0 the count to Peter Earl. It's Gunderson on the throw. And that one inside once again. That's ball four. So 4 pitches and 4 inside balls to Earl, as Earl is walked to start this one off. And we head to the number 2 spot in the order with Parker Week. Week playing second base tonight for Marshfield. And Week wearing the number 4 for the Blue Devils, as he's got a runner at first and no outs here in the top of the first inning. And pitch one is high for ball one. So Gunderson has started off this one with 5 balls in his first 5 pitches, as it's the 1-0 count to Week. And Gunderson sets and throws, and that is strike one. Evens up the count at 1-1 to Week. That's the 1-1 count. Gunderson just throwing his first strike of the night there, looking to get in rhythm here. As runner stealing second, throw to second is not there in time, as Earl will successfully steal second base. And the count is 1-2 now to Parker Week. As Week steps back into the box. Now it's Earl at second, so runner in scoring position here for Marshfield with no outs. The 1-2 count. That one swung on, hit out into center field and in the gap. That'll be a base hit. It's Earl coming around home, throw to home, not in time. And it's a run early on here in the first inning. Earl comes around to home, and it's an RBI single, a double rather, RBI double for Parker Week. So Marshfield starts off hot here in the top of the first. And now we're to the 3 spot in the order with Logan Homolka. He's playing third base tonight for Marshfield. It's Marshfield leading 1-0 early on now, as that one's low for ball one. And the pitch from Gunderson is low and away for ball two. So the 2-0 count to Homolka with a runner at second. And no outs here in the top of the first. And that one just hits the outside edge of the strike zone there, and it's 2-1 now to Homolka. So a 2-1 count. No outs. Runner at second. And Gunderson checks over to second. Keeps Week honest over there at second base. Now comes back to the mound. It's Gunderson sets. Checks to second. Throws. That one swung on, hit out into center field, and that will be out number 1, as it's a line drive out into center. That one caught out in center by Ryan Searing, as that's out number 1, as Homolka pops out, lines out to center field. Now to the 4 spot in the lineup with third baseman Chandler Schmidt.
And so now 1 on, 1 out, 1 in, and here's Chandler Schmidt, the third baseman.
Schmidt up to bat with a runner at second and 1 out here in the top of the first. As the pitch on the way, that one swung on and fouled off and out of play by Schmidt. 0-1 the count. It's the 0-1 count. Gunderson sets, checks over to second once again, now throws. That one fouled back and out of play once again, and it's quickly 0-2 to Chandler Schmidt. So runner at second, 1 out, 0-2 count to Schmidt. And Gunderson throws, and that one's low for ball 1. It's the 1-2 count.
The round 1 matchups for Wednesday are set. Rapids will play Point at 1 o'clock on Wednesday.
Gunderson checks to second once again, throws. That one swung on, popped up out into deep center field, and caught out in center for out number 1. Now the throw won't be made to third, as Week will advance to third base, and Schmidt pops out to center field. That's 2 outs now here in the first. That'll take us to the 5th spot in the order with shortstop Camden Dahl. Dahl wearing the number 3 for the Marshfield Blue Devils. As Dahl will face 2 outs and a runner at third. So he'll look to get Marshfield another run on the board. That one low and in the dirt for ball 1 to Dahl. It's the 1-0 count to Dahl. It's Gunderson on the pitch, and that one's a called strike as it evens up the count at 1-1. So the 1-1 count with a runner at third and 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Pitch on the way, that one high and inside for ball 2. It's the 2-1 count now. As Dahl steps back into the box. Now Gunderson sets, runner at third. Pitch on the way, and that one hits the outside edge for strike 2 as the count evens up at 2-2 to Camden Dahl. Again, a runner at third. 2 outs here in the top of the first. That one swung on, fouled back and out of play as Dahl staying alive in the count. Marshfield up 1-0 early here. So we're in the top of the first. Runner at third. That one swung on, popped up into the shallow right field over by first, and it will be out over at first base as that is out number 3, and that'll do it for the top of the first inning. The Marshfield Blue Devils put up a run, leave one stranded, and Marshfield's up 1-0 heading into the bottom of the first. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this with more American Legion baseball right after this here on Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118. Citizen State Bank of Loyal is your independently owned community bank with locations just a short drive or walk from where you work and live. Citizen State Bank of Loyal invites you to a banking relationship that will always put you first. Personal, business, and agricultural services provided by people that live just across town and around the corner. At Citizen State Bank of Loyal, we pride ourselves in our involvement in the communities we serve. See us today in Neillsville, Marshfield, Spencer, Granton, and Loyal. Citizen State Bank of Loyal, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the bottom of the first inning, as it'll be the Wisconsin Rapids Rangers up to bat here. The Blue Devils of Marshfield put up a run in the top of the first, as it was Peter Earl being the scoring run and Parker Week with the RBI single to bring him home. And the Blue Devils are up 1-0 here heading into the bottom of the first. As pitching for Marshfield tonight, getting the start at pitcher, is Dane Diedelm. Diedelm getting the start, wearing the number 8 for the Marshfield Blue Devils. Diedelm, the right-handed pitcher. And the lineup for Wisconsin Rapids is leadoff hitter Austin Juneman. At left field, Ryan Searing. Tyler Byer at the 3, the designated hitter. At the 4 spot, Caden Sengbush, shortstop. 5 spot, Jake Whipfley. At second base, the 6 spot is Jake Tokarski. 7 spot, Ashton Potter. Zach Novak is catching. And at the 9 spot, it's Cole Laddick at right field. And again, leading off for the Rangers is left fielder number 20, Austin Juneman. Juneman, the right-handed batter. He'll lead it off here in the bottom of the first. And the pitch on the way. That one swung on, hit out into the gap into right field. And that'll be a leadoff base hit for Austin Juneman. Leadoff hit there, as the Rangers get started early here in the bottom of the first. And that brings us to the 2 spot in the order with center fielder Ryan Searing. Searing wearing the number 16. As throw over to first, not in time. Juneman safe at first base. And Searing, again in center field tonight is Searing. He's at the 2 spot in the order. Pitch to Searing on the way. That one high for ball 1. So the 1-0 count quickly to Searing. Runner at first and no outs here in the bottom of the first. And the quick throw over to first, not in time once again. Diedelm looks over to first, pitches, and that one inside but called strike. Just hits the inside edge there as the count evens up at 1-1 to Ryan Searing. And Diedelm, pitch on the way. That one swung on, popped up. It will be in play and caught. It was caught by catcher Peter Earl, as it was just along the fencing of one of the fan section areas here behind home plate. As Earl gets out number 1 as Searing pops out. That'll take us to the 3 spot in the order with designated hitter Tyler Byer. Byer wearing the number 22 for Wisconsin Rapids. And pitch on the way. That one hits the outside corner for strike 1. So it's the 0-1 count to Byer with a runner at first and the throw to first. Not in time. Juneman safe over at first as he slides and dives over. So it's the 0-1 count to Byer. Marshfield up 1-0 on Wisconsin Rapids. Pitch on the way, and that one swung, hit out into deep left center field, and it will be caught out there in left center by left fielder Riley Bauman. So that is out number 2, as that one is out over there in left field as Byer pops out, and that'll take us to the 4 spot in the order with shortstop Caden Sengbush. Back in Saturday night's 11-inning game between Wisconsin Rapids and De Pere, Sengbush had the RBI to bring in the tying run to take us into extra innings in that one. That is strike 1 to Sengbush. It's the 0-1 count with a runner at first and 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. And that one inside for ball 1, and the count evens up at 1-1 to Caden Sengbush. As Marshfield leads Wisconsin Rapids 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Pitch on the way. And that one shot out into the gap into left field, and it'll be a base hit for Singbush. So 2 hits now in the inning for Wisconsin Rapids as it moves Juniman over to second, and that brings us to the 5 spot in the order with Jake Whipfley. Whipfley playing second base tonight for the Rangers. And we have runners at first and second with 2 outs here for Jake Whipfley. There's Detail on the mound, pitches, and that one's high for ball 1. There's the 1-0 count to Whipfley. Again, runners at first and second, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. As Detail peeks over to second, now pitches, and a big swing and a miss. An off-balance swing there from Whipfley, as that evens up the count at 1-1. So he really swung there. He's looking to send that one out of here. Now throw, and that one's grounded over to third, and Schmidt tags the runner in time as Schmidt tags Juniman trying to head to third there, and that is out number 3. So that'll do it for the bottom of the first. And after 1 inning of play, the Marshfield Blue Devils lead the Wisconsin Rapids Rangers 1-0. We'll take a quick break and be right back with more baseball right after this here on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start this American Legion baseball matchup as the Marshfield Blue Devils lead the Wisconsin Rapids Rangers 1-0 heading into the top of the second inning. As Wisconsin Rapids left 2 runners stranded back in the bottom of the first and scored no runs. And now leading off here for the Blue Devils will be Dane Diethelm. Diethelm got the start at pitcher tonight as well, and he pops up pitch number 1 into right field, and it will be caught out there in right field for out number 1. And 1 batter, 1 out here thus far in the top of the second. That'll take us to the 7th spot in the order with center fielder Nick Urban. Nick Urban. And again, it's Carson Gunderson on the mound and on the pitch for Rapids, and pitch 1 is low and away for ball 1. So it's the 1-0 count to Urban. Nobody on base and 1 out here in the top of the second inning. And the pitch from Gunderson on the way. That one hits the outside edge of the strike zone. Evens up the count at 1-1. And pitch on the way. That one high for ball 2. And the Rangers coming off a weekend where they went undefeated in their Wisconsin Rapids Invitational. And the pitch on the way. That one swung on, popped up into shallow left field in foul territory, and not able to find the ball is Ashton Potter. Couldn't find it there. The ball looked to transition from being into the sunlight and into shade, and that may have force Potter to kind of lose the ball in the air there, but it's the 2-2 count to Nick Urban. And the pitch on the way. That one swung on, grounded over to first, and it'll be an easy out at first as it's Dekarski stepping on first for out number 2. So it's 2 up and 2 down here to start off the top of the second. That'll take us to the 8th spot in the order with right fielder Chase Higgins up to bat now. Higgins, the right-handed batter. And Gunderson winds and throws. That one low for ball 1 to Higgins. It's the 1-0 count to Higgins. Nobody on base and 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. And the pitch on the way. And that one just hits the bottom of the strike zone and evens up the count at 1-1. It's the 1-1 count. That one swung on, grounded into the gap into left field, and that's a base hit for Chase Higgins. That'll take us to the 9th spot in the order now with left fielder Riley Bauman. Bauman up to bat. Bauman wearing the number 25 for the Blue Devils. Now we have a runner on first and 2 outs here for Riley Bauman. Gunderson on the throw. That one just misses for ball 1. It's the 1-0 count now to Bauman. And throw to first, just checking Higgins over there at first base. And pitch on the way. That's one swung on and fouled back. So the count evens up at 1-1 to Riley Bauman. As we check in with Marshfield Fast Pitch Softball is also being broadcast live right now on the Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. It's Auburndale up 9-1 on Wisconsin Rapids in that one. That one's low and away for ball 2. 2-1 the count as Auburndale leads Wisconsin Rapids 9-1 in fast pitch softball in the top of the 4th inning. A throw to first. Not in time. Higgins is safe. So it's the 2-1 count to Riley Bauman. Gunderson peeks over at first, now throws. That one inside, but a called strike. As the count evens at 2-2 to Riley Bauman. And the pitch on the way. That one swung on, popped up. And out. And not out. I misspoke. It was dropped by Gunderson. So that one dropped by Carson Gunderson, and that will be an error. So now runners at first and second, and we're back to the top of the order for the Blue Devils with Peter Earl, the catcher. Earl was walked his first at-bat back in the first inning. And the pitch on the way. That one hits the outside part of the strike zone for strike 1. So now the 0-1 count to Peter Earl. Runner at first and second. 2 outs. That one swung on, hit out into deep center field. And it'll be caught out in center field for out number 3. So it's Earl popping out to center. 2 runners are left stranded. No runs scored for the Marshfield Blue Devils there. And we'll take a quick break and be right back with the bottom of the second as Marshfield leads Wisconsin Rapids 1-0. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this right here on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the bottom of the second inning. The Marshfield Blue Devils lead the Wisconsin Rapids Rangers 1-0 in this American Legion baseball matchup, and it'll be the Rangers up to bat, and leading off for Wisconsin Rapids will be first baseman Jake Dekarski. Dekarski, the right-handed batter, starting at first base. Again, it's Dane Diethelm on the mound for the Blue Devils. As pitch 1-2, Dekarski. That one inside for ball one. So it's the 1-0 count. Pitch 2 on the way. That one swung on, grounded down the first base line, fair and easily out at first, as it went right to Amolka there, as he's able to just grab it and step on first easily for out number one. And that'll take us to the 7th spot in the order with third baseman Ashton Potter. As we get a new baseball to Diethelm there. Again, it's Ashton Potter, the third baseman up to bat. The left-handed batter, Ashton Potter. Potter will have one out and nobody on. And pitch on the way. That one swung on, grounded down the first base line, and called foul. So it's the 0-1 count quickly to Potter. And pitch on the way. That's a swing and a miss from Potter there. And it's quickly 0-2 to Ashton Potter. And Diethelm winds and throws. That one swung on, popped up softly out into left center, and it'll fall. As Ashton Potter will have a base hit here to get things started for Wisconsin Rapids here in the second inning. And now up to bat is Zach Novak, the catcher for Wisconsin Rapids. Novak wearing the number 12 for the Rangers. And Novak catching tonight for Wisconsin Rapids. So he'll face one out and a runner at first. Pitch on the way. That one fouled back. And it's the 0-1 count now to Zach Novak.
And strike one on Zach Novak. The catcher, Cole Laddick, the right fielder, on deck. So now the Rangers again with the tying run on base here.
That's runner at first.
Now throw to first.
And throw to first, not in time.
Almost picked up Potter at first.
Potter is safe back at first base.
Right-hander has a pretty good move to first base behind him.
And pitch on the way, and a bit of a check swing there from Novak. It evens up the count at 1-1, and that's a called ball. So the 1-1 count, runner at first and one out. Here as Marshfield leads 1-0. That one outside but called strike. So it's the 1-2 count now to Zach Novak.
Potter at first, one away.
And the tying run is at first base for Wisconsin Rapids.
And the pitch.
And that one swung on, hit over to third and under the glove of Chandler Schmidt. That one took a bounce, maybe a foot or two in front of Schmidt, not able to get the glove on it. That'll be a base hit for Zach Novak. So now runners at first and second as it brings up the 9th spot in the order with right fielder Cole Laddick. Laddick's first at-bat of the night. That one fouled off into right field territory and out of play as the count is 0-1 to Laddick.
That one fouled off. So 2 on now. Laddick, the right fielder.
So runners at first and second, and just 1 out here in the bottom of the second to Cole Laddick. That one shot out into center field, and he'll be out as Laddick lines out to center for out number 2, and that'll take us back to the top of the order with left fielder Austin Juneman. Juneman had a base hit in his first at-bat back in the first inning. As we've had no shortage of offense here in the first 2 innings. As Diethelm sets and throws. That one low and outside for ball 1 to Juneman. Again, runners at first and second. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And it's Diethelm on the mound, peeking over to second, now throwing. And that's a called strike. As it evens up the count at 1-1. It's the 1-1 count to Juneman. Tying run is at second. Base hit would most likely bring him in, and that's that one swung on and fouled back. Fouled down at the plate by Juneman. So it's the 1-2 count now to Austin Juneman. Pitch on the way, and that's low for ball 2. So the count evens up at 2-2 to Austin Juneman. As a runner in scoring position for Wisconsin Rapids, as Juneman facing the 2-2 count. And that one swung on and fouled back. As Juneman staying alive in the count.
Still 2-2 on Juneman.
As the count even at 2-2, runners at first and second. And Diethelm with the pitch. That one swung on and hits the umpire over near second. And it hits the umpire right in the stomach. Hopefully he's all right. So you don't see that often. That may have scored a run if that would have went out into center field. So not something you see every day in baseball. As he seems to be okay is the umpire, but bases are loaded now for Ryan Searing, the center fielder. That one hits the strike zone, and it's the 0-1 count.
Prevents Rapids from tying it up here in the second inning. Potter scores easily if that one goes back up the middle.
And pitch on the way. That's a check swing, and that's ball 1. So the count evens up at 1-1 to Searing. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs.
And the Rangers threatening here with 2 outs in the second, down 1-0.
And pitch on the way. That one low and outside for ball 2. It's the 2-1 count now to Searing. 2-1 count. Bases are loaded, but 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. That one swung on, hit right to shortstop. Nice play and out at second. So that will do it for the bottom of the second. As Wisconsin Rapids leaves 3 stranded, scores none, And Marshfield still leads 1-0 heading into the top of the third. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this here on Zaleski Sports.
Can't find what you want in a new summer ride? Settling for good enough just to have it now? Wait, don't settle. Irvs and Tomahawk and Power Pack in Marshfield have the solution. Custom order. Get exactly what you want by building your customized ride with us, and we'll place a special order with a manufacturer. That means the color you want, the package you need, and the new ride you deserve. Plus parts packages and financing packages with gear included. Irvs and Tomahawk and Power Pack in Marshfield. Don't settle. Get your custom order in today.
Welcome back, everybody, as we get set to start the top of the third inning. But first, we'll hear from our friends over at Fleet Farm. If you like Fleet Farm, you've got to sign up for Fleet Rewards. You earn points to save even more on things that you already buy. Plus, it's free to sign up, and there's no credit card required. Start earning points today with Fleet Rewards. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. That's a full 66 years of business for Fleet Farm. Be sure to head over to your local Fleet Farm for maybe some gardening equipment, some plant seeds, maybe some candy over there at Fleet Farm. Whatever you get at your local Fleet Farm, head over there and also sign up for Fleet Rewards. As we get set to start the top of the third inning here, it'll be the Marshfield Blue Devils looking to extend their 1-0 lead. And leading off for the Blue Devils will be second baseman Parker Week. Week had a base hit, his first at-bat back in the first inning. An RBI base hit for Week. And the pitch is on the way. That one inside for ball one. So it's the 1-0 count to Week. And Gunderson on the pitch. That one inside once again. It's the 2-0 count to Week. So the 2-0 count. Marshfield up 1-0 here in the top of the third. And the pitch from Gunderson. That one swung on, popped up into shallow right field, right over at first base. And it'll be Dakarski with the catch and out number one. So Week pops out to first. And that brings up the 3 spot in the order with Logan Homolka. Homolka, the first baseman for the Blue Devils. He popped out to center his first at bat. That was back in the first inning. Homolka